Alright guys, welcome back to Exquisite tutorials. Quickly, we are going to solve some questions on mean. We are going to solve some questions on mean. Not just these 3 questions, there are other questions which you will see in this same videos. In this same video. Now, I said in my last video that mean is divided. There are 3 types of mean, which is the arithmetic mean, which is the most useful among them, the geometric mean, and the harmonic mean. Now, to get the arithmetic mean, let me write it as AM. It is equivalent to the sum of the datas, all over the number of datas. So if you look at question 1, they said calculate the geometric mean GM of the data below 2468. But we have not talked about geometric mean. We have talked about arithmetic mean, that we use sum of the datas all over the number of datas. But if you check question B, you can see what's the harmonic and arithmetic mean of the datas below. So let's look for the arithmetic mean of the datas below. So the arithmetic mean of question 1B, arithmetic mean, denoted as x bar, will be sum of the datas, which are the 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8. How many datas are there? There are 4 datas. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. So divided by 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. 2 plus 8 is 10. So 10 plus 10 is 20 all over 4. So we get 5. So we have gotten the arithmetic mean of that data to be 5. I've gotten it as 5, the sum of the data all over the data. Please do not forget this formula. Now, what about the geometric mean? Geometric mean, let me represent it as x bar 2, is giving us the nth root of the product of the datas. The nth root, where n is number of datas. So I'm thinking of a way to write this. Can I say it is the number of data's roots of the product of the datas? That will be hard for you to understand. So n is the number of data, which is 4, but you have to multiply the data and find the nth root of that. So our geometric mean will be, how many datas are here? We have 4th root, 4 data, so we have the 4th root. Mind you, this is not square root, it means 4th root. Which number will I multiply 4 times to get this? That is what it means. Let's say you have 16 and you're asked to find the 4th root of 16. What this means is, which number will I multiply 4 times? I will multiply by itself 4 times, that will give me 16. That's 2. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 again, that's 8, times 2 is 16. So the 4th root of the product of the data, so the product is multiplication. You have 2 times 4 times 6 times 8. So you can use your calculator to get the nth root. When you multiply everything, 2 times 4 times 6 times 8, you will get 384. So you have the 4th root of 384. You have to use your calculator, except you want to go through the process of using Newton's Raphson equation. So you can see that the 4th root of this is 4.427. 4.427. So we have gotten the geometric mean as 4.427. At least it is close to 5, but it's not 5. 4.427. That's the geometric mean. We have gotten the geometric mean of that data. Now, lastly, let's find the harmonic mean of that data. Harmonic mean. Now, take note of this formula. Now, for harmonic mean is gotten by harmonic mean HM. Let me use HM. By dividing the number of data by the sum of the reciprocal of the data. Sum of the reciprocal of the data. What do I mean by sum of the reciprocal? So if we have n data, let's say x1, x2, let's say the data are x1, x2, x3. Now how do you get the harmonic mean? Find their reciprocal. Reciprocal is the inverse. So we have x1, 1 over x2, 1 over x3. So the harmonic mean is dividing the number of data, which is 3, by the sum of the reciprocal. We have gotten the reciprocal, then add all of them together, divide the number of data by your result. That is how you get your harmonic mean. So let's get the harmonic mean of that question. There are 4 data there, so I'll be dividing 4 by the sum of the reciprocals of 2, which is 1 over 2 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 6 plus 1 over 8. So you can now use your calculator to type 1 over 2 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 6 plus 1 over 8. This will give you 25. This is 4 divided by 25 over 24. Now this one will go up and this 25 will remain down. So we have 4 times 24 over 25. You get 3.38. So the harmonic mean is 3.384. Sorry, 3.84. So we have gotten our arithmetic mean, our geometric mean, and our harmonic mean. Now let's talk about this 3 mean. What did you observe about this 3 mean? You observe that our harmonic mean was smaller than our geometric mean. Our geometric mean was smaller than our arithmetic mean. So there's something you must note, that harmonic mean is always smaller than or equal to your geometric mean, and your geometric mean is always smaller than or equal to your arithmetic mean. By solving this formula, we did not prove that this is true. I'm telling you, to prove that this is true will be a story for another day. Maybe I'll do that in another video. But for this video, we will not do that. But I'm not telling you that this question is what proves it. I'm not telling you that that's the proof that this is true. There's a proof that this is true. So your harmonic mean is always lesser than your geometric mean, or is equal. It's possible that it's equal, but can never be greater. Same applies to your geometric mean and your arithmetic mean. Now let's move over to question 2. Don't get bored. For question 2, it said suppose the average between 5 girls, the average age between 5 girls is X. What's the sum of their ages? Now we said that once you hear average, they're talking about arithmetic mean. We said it's sum of the data all over the number of data. Now they gave us the average age. They said suppose that the average age is 5. So they have given us the average age as 5. Now they are asking us to find what is the sum of. So we are looking for sum. But how many girls are there? Okay, they said the average is X. The average is X of 5 girls. So it means that the number of girls there is 5. So the number is 5. How do we get our sum? We cross multiply. So our sum becomes 5 times X. So the sum of their ages is 5X. They didn't give you what the value of X is. So you leave your answer like this. Now let's move to question 3. The average height of 16 students in a class is 5.5 feet. The average height of 16 students in a class is 5.5 feet. If 2 new students of height 7 feet and 6.5 feet joined the class, what is the new average height of the class? Now the class had 16 students at first. They had 16 students. Remember that the mean is sum of the heights all over the number of students. Now the class had 16 students, so we have 16 already. But we don't know the sum of their heights. So let's write it as sum of 16. Sum of 16. Sum of 16. Let's write it that way. They said the average height of 16 students in the class is 5.5. So it means that the mean is 5.5. Now how do you now get the sum of 15? You cross multiply 16 times 5.5. That's 88. So we have gotten the sum of 16 students. Of the 16 students will be 88. The sum of their height. Now they now said if two new students joins the class, if two new students and the height of this student is 7 feet and 6.5 feet, what is the new average height of the class? Now to get the new average height of the class, we will still use sum of the new number of students in the class. That means sum of the 18 students now, because 2 students have joined them, so they are now 18 students all over the new number of students, which is now 18. Now how do we get the sum of the 18? We already know that the sum of the first 16 is 88. Now if we add it up with this 7 and 6.5, we'll get the sum of all the new 18 students. So now let's add it up. 88 plus the 7 feet plus the 6.5 feet, that will be 101.5. So the new average of the class is now 101.5 divided by 18. So that's about 5.64 feet, which is still not really far from 5.5 feet. So let's move over to question 4 quickly, and that will be all for this video. Okay, all right, welcome back to question 4. Let's solve question 4. Question 4 says the mean of 12 numbers is 18 if each of the number is increased by 5. That means each of the number you are increasing them by 5. So if you have 12 as a number before, you increase it by 5, you have 17. If you have 2, you increase it by 5, you have 7, and so on. What is the new mean? Now first of all, let's analyze the first one. The mean of 12 numbers, meaning that, remember that mean is sum of the numbers all over the number of data. So the mean is 18. The mean of 12 numbers is 18. But we don't know the sum of these 12 numbers, sum of 12 numbers. But we know the number of numbers. We know the number of numbers, that there are 12 numbers there, that there are 12 numbers. So we want to look for the sum of all these numbers. So the sum of these numbers becomes 12 times 18. So we have 12 times 18. That's 216. So we have gotten the sum of all these 12 numbers. It means that all these 12 numbers add up to 216. Now they now said if each of the number is increased by 5. Now for every single number out of these 12, you are adding 5 to it. Let's assume there were 3 numbers. Let's assume there were 3 numbers, and these 3 numbers include 2, 4, 6. And they now said if each of the number is increased by 5, meaning that you are adding 5 to this one. So this one is no longer 2, it is now 2 plus 5. This one is no longer 4, it is now 4 plus 5. This one is no longer 6, it is now 6 plus 5. Now the question you should ask yourself, how many times did you add 5? You added 5. When you want to add everything, you added 5 3 times. So instead of just writing plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, you can rewrite everything here and add plus 3 times 5, because you added 5 3 times. So that's what we are going to do here. Because there are 12 numbers here, there are 12 numbers here, and you added 5 in each of these 12 numbers, it means that you add 5 12 times. So the new sum will be the number 216 that you got before, but since you are adding 5 12 times, you will now have to have 5 times 12. This will now be the new sum of the new numbers after adding 5 to each of them. Now 5 times 12, I think that's 60. 5 times 12, that's 60. So we have 60 plus 16. So the new sum is 276. So they have 12 numbers there. So sum, the new mean, will be new sum over the number. So we have 276 all over 12 numbers. 276 all over 12 numbers. That's 23. So that is the new mean of the numbers. So that will be all for this video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on all social media handles and share our videos to get more content on your notification button to get more content. And also please like this video. Your comments are very, very much important. Thanks for watching.
Learning online haven't been more fun. Exquisite Online Tutorials is a household name when it comes to academic excellence in online tutoring of 100 level students to 100 level students and college entrance examination candidates. with the power of artificial intelligence and human studies. Exquisite online tutorials have been able to interact with the intelligence of students worldwide, making the good ones better and even the better ones best. Just like Science Bob, Exquisite Tutorials has a great faculty of erudite tutors that inject knowledge, whether science or business management, to the cerebrum of her students. UTME lectures and other college entrance examination lectures are going on as well. Do you still need a physical tutor? No. Exquisite Tutorials got you. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter and Facebook.